Sean Strickland is a boring fighter. He's boring as they come. I don't care how much he get on that mic and, say the wildest shit. He's a boring fighter. I don't get it. His fighting style do not match up with his energy before the fight, the lead up, the promotion, all that shit. That dude, he didn't switch up nothing. He didn't come up with no new game plan, no nothing. He see that game plan didn't work against Dricus in the first fight. It was a close fight, but he still didn't win. Strickland is a boring fucking fighter. That 1-2 jab, them 1-2s, it ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna stop that crazy, retarded ass fighting style that Dricus got coming forward. You know what I'm saying? He sucks. Let me take that back. Strickland don't suck. He's a very good boxer. That Philly shuffle, his jab is nice, it's crisp, but it's boring as shit. All you motherfuckers talk about wrestling is boring, all that, why they gotta wrestle, blah blah blah. No. That shit is boring. He's one of the most high level strikers / boxers in the UFC, and that shit is boring. I'm glad. I'm not a big fan of Dricus, but I'm glad he won because Strickland deserved to lose. If you ain't gonna come with a new game plan, then you know what I'm saying, it didn't work last time, then you deserve to lose. Boring ass fucking main event. I think I was starting to drift off around third round, but he got his nose broken. He put it back in place. Badass move. Still a boring fucking fighter. Really, I want to talk about is the co-main event though. Zhang Weili is, in my opinion, the female GOAT. She is better than Amanda Nunes. She is better than Shevchenko. She's better. She's smaller. She might not be able to beat these women in a fight. Amanda Nunes probably walks around 160 pounds, and she was making 135. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Amanda Nunes beat Shevchenko in their last fight. Amanda Nunes, she's not the GOAT to me. She got as far as she did because she has power in her hands. She hits like a dude. Not saying she's not technical, not saying she's not a great fighter. It's just that Shevchenko and Zhang Weili, they're better technically. And Tatiana was a huge threat. If you've seen the betting odds, she was, she was a huge pick for everybody. And Zhang Weili was the underdog, which surprised me because Zhang Weili is a very dominant fighter. And what happened? Zhang Weili, she lit her ass up. She out-wrestled her. And one of the reasons why she out-wrestled is because Tatiana, her gas tank ain't all that, She's a great wrestler, and everybody called her the Habib or the Hamzat of the female, the 115 division. And I was impressed with some of her highlights, and but she didn't. I knew she wasn't gonna beat Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili, like I said, technically that girl is the GOAT. She's my GOAT. And yes, people gonna bring up Rose. So what? First off, I believe that Zhang Weili beat Rose in that second fight that they had. It was a very, very close fight. And I think Zhang Weili won that that split decision, but you know, the judges gave it to her. I think she won it, you know, by a small margin. Yeah, you know, Zhang Weili, her Eli Manning is Rose Namajunas. You know, everybody calls Tom Brady the GOAT. He got beat twice, just like Weili did by Rose. Doesn't mean that Tom Brady ain't the GOAT. Zhang Weili wasn't in her prime. I think she's in her prime right now. She's older than me, which is crazy. She's 36 years old, and she's still fighting like she's, you know, some people hit their prime, you know, a little later. She's 36 and still dominant. It's crazy. I think I want to see that, you know, Shevchenko fight, Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. That's the fight to make. That's a super fight. That's a main event. That's not a co-main event. That's a main event fight. I say Zhang probably won't stop her. It probably go to a decision, but I think Zhang Weili will beat her comfortably. She is small. Zhang Weili is a 115 pounder. You know, she's a small girl, but I think she can hold her own at 125. I think the only person who can beat her at 125 is Shevchenko. Not because she's better, because she's bigger. All these girls are bigger. You know, obviously she could have never won against Amanda. Amanda's way too big. Amanda's bigger than Shevchenko. And she had her power is too crazy. Amanda Nunes' power was, like I said, she can knock out a lot of guys. I think so. But Zhang Weili, you are the female GOAT in my opinion. And as far as Alexander Topuria, Ilya Topuria's brother, good job, brother. Good job. You Georgia boys are taking over, kind of like how the Nurmagomedov boys took over. Merab 135, Ilya 145, and Ilya's gonna go up to 155, and Merab's gonna go up to 145, and Topuria, Alec Topuria, he's gonna go to 135. He's gonna become the champion in that division. I can't wait. Georgia boy's gonna take over the UFC. UFC 312 was okay. It's a pretty good pay-per-view. I give it a 6 out of 10.
My name is Zhang Weili. I'm from China. Remember me?